Colorado is a blue state these days, but Republicans are now having purple dreams because the new congressional map unveiled overnight gives the GOP a real chance to win half Colorado's House seats. Under old partisan rules, Democrats in the majority could have just gerrymandered themselves several more seats in the House. Voters said they didn't want that. Today on Next, politics guy Marshall Zellinger looked at whether a balanced map is fair in a state that is no longer 50-50.
The colors don't mean much. They're just to indicate each of Colorado's 8 congressional districts under a map approved overnight by an independent commission. The state Supreme Court must still approve this map after hearing arguments next month about why it's fair. Where I'm standing near I-25 in Erie could be Colorado's next tourist attraction, 3 Corners. Toward Erie and west, Congressional District 2. A little rectangle here, Congressional District 7. And toward Dacono and Frederick, north and south, what could be Colorado's new Congressional District 8.
That 8th district is a district that President Trump won in 2016. He lost it in 2020.
Ryan Winger, with conservative-leaning polling firm Magellan Strategies, believes this is the best map Colorado Republicans could have hoped for. Based on voter registration, 3 of these districts favor Republicans, and 3 districts favor Democrats. Democrats have the edge in 4 districts if you look at how voters in these areas voted in past elections. That leaves the new District 8 as a toss-up.
You know, under the old process, a 6-2 map, it was very much within the realm of possibility.
Had the Democratic-controlled legislature still had the power to draw maps instead of the voter-approved independent commission, the map would likely favor Democrats more than this does.
When you look at, the way the state is trending, it's hard to argue that the congressional map shouldn't at least favor Democrats a little bit.
That's really less about, did one political party win out or the other? And I think it's much more about, do these maps accurately reflect all of Colorado?
Amanda Gonzalez with Colorado Common Cause wants more proof the commission considered communities of color and the Voting Rights Act when drawing the boundaries, like the new 8th district that includes Westminster, Thornton, Dacono, and Brighton. The final map is not supposed to prevent communities of color from being able to elect their preferred candidate.
I think I would have liked to have seen a more robust analysis by the commission in order to know for sure whether or not these maps are truly fair to the BIPOC communities throughout our state, to evaluate whether or not there is a difference in who communities of color are voting for and who their white neighbors and friends are voting for.
It's Marshall Zellinger reporting. So next, the state Supreme Court checks to make sure that the map fits the criteria under the law. Competitive districts, the thing everybody talks about, that's at the bottom of the priority list. Protecting the voting interests of minority groups is high on the legal list. The state Supreme Court will hear arguments about the fairness of the map in 2 weeks.